and welcome to the Breakfast Club, the only show that, like your eggs, is always sunny side up. I'm Keegan Buzzer. Joining me today is Narelle Higgs, and we'll be your co-host for today. How are you, Narelle?
Good, thanks, Keegs. How are you doing?
Not too bad, mate.
All right, but before our eggs are boiled and our oranges are squeezed, let's cross to Preshni at the news desk.
Making headlines today, the Burmese government is stalling foreign aid efforts in the aftermath of Cyclone Nargis. Foreign aid workers are waiting days for travel visas so they can enter the insular country. The cyclone hit Burma on Saturday, claiming over 22,000 lives, with a further 41,000 people still missing. The Australian Strategic Policy Institute will today release a report stating Australia is more at risk from a natural disaster than a terrorist attack. The report states a spending shortfall has led to the belief that the government is ill-prepared for natural disasters. A 34-year-old man died yesterday afternoon in a workplace accident after being crushed by a load of concrete blocks in Mackay. Initial investigations suggest the man tripped in front of a moving load. However, Federal Workplace Safety Agency Comcare is expected to complete the report today. And in sport, Queensland Reds and Wallaby flanker David Croft announced his retirement from all forms of rugby yesterday morning. The emotional 29-year-old caught everyone by surprise, saying his heart was no longer in the game. Back to you guys at the couch.
Thanks, Presh. Now, the arts is something we all like to pay lip service to, but we sent Brad out on a feature to look at the lack of space afforded to our local emerging artists.
The arts are often the forgotten industry, with little emphasis placed on the importance of this dying form. With Griffith University's Gut Night finishing this week after an 11-year run, it adds further credence to the arts being an invisible industry. Gut Night has been a stalwart on the local arts scene for the best part of the decade, but convener Dr. Mike Foster says it is also an integral part of expansion and development in the sector.
It was designed as a focus, to provide a focus for extracurricular, I suppose, performance.
It seems the problem is a widespread adherence to the bottom line. Local venues, according to Dr. Foster, are near-sighted and money-hungry and have no room to support local emerging talent.
Anything that's risky at all, forget about it, because they want their bottom line in dollars.
The state government's Creative Industries Cluster Study found the Gold Coast has the second highest number of creative professionals per capita, but this does not seem to convert in space opportunities for artists to showcase. Alicia Armstrong runs Bandwagon, an initiative supporting local talent on the Gold Coast.
And we're all about giving artists of all forms a platform to showcase their work. And the main reason that we started it was because there wasn't, it's really good to get artist initiatives together because it's lacking on the Gold Coast.
Alicia says performers are becoming so desperate to feature their work, they are seeking alternate spaces.
It's getting pretty bad when people are having to hire warehouses to throw gigs.
I'm Brad McDonald, reporting for the Breakfast Club.
We pulled aside performers and patrons to ask them what they think about theatre.
It's a chance to let loose, get out there, show us what you got, so it's great fun.
Well, theatre is something that I'm really passionate about, and the fact that Gut exists is a really great thing.
Thanks for that, Brad.
I think the bubbles have gone to that bird's head.
Maybe. But on a serious note, he does raise an interesting issue that there's no creative outlet for all these creative people to get their
Absolutely.
their work out.
It's a sad indictment on our community that we've got so many fabulous artists and yet we don't seem to be able to give them a creative outlet.
It is.
Now, on the note of creative people, joining us in the studio is Grant Carruthers. Grant is an aspiring musician and he's in the studio today performing his single for us, Sydney. Over to you, Grant.
Woke up wondering where I'm headed for today. I'm tired of walking in this endless circle. I took a chance at love and caught the bitter end. So now it's over, I guess I'll have to start again. So here I am, trying to find what I believe, trying to go somewhere I've never gone before. And when I get there, I'll know what to do for sure, because that's my fate, it's where I belong. When I pass away and I am dead and gone, will anyone remember all the way I've gone? And will I have a son, someone to pass my name on? And will he have a friend to tell him when he's wrong? So here I am, trying to find what I believe, trying to go somewhere I've never gone before. And when I get there, I'll know what to do for sure, because if that's my fate, it's where I belong. And why don't I belong?
That was great. Thanks for that, Grant. How about coming on over to the couch and we'll just ask him a couple of questions?
Sweet as. Sounds great. Squeeze in, champ. Don't be scared.
So that song was called Sydney. What inspired that? What significance does that have?
Well, I was down in Sydney on a trade expo, and I was inspired by seeing people walking around the streets of Sydney. There's so many people there, but you can spot there's these lost souls just walking by themselves, and it was that inspired me to write that song.
That's very interesting. Okay, so how long have you been playing music for?
I've been playing since I was around about 3 years old. I mean, like I was born in a musical family, so okay. I've been playing music all my life.
So you play other instruments?
Yeah, I play saxophone and cello. I play saxophone in my jazz group.
Oh, okay. So you've got a jazz band as well, and you play solo?
Yeah.
So how do you find it juggling the two?
At the moment, I'm focusing a lot on university, so I haven't got that many gigs booked in that, so I'm able to juggle it pretty well. But it's a choice between money and what I want to do musically. The jazz stuff is really just a money machine.
Oh, no problems. Well, we've got a MySpace page,
yeah.
So we'll just chuck them details up. And good luck with everything, and thanks again for coming in and joining us and showing us your work.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Thanks again, Grant. Now, it looks like there's a pretty happening music scene. I think it's pretty happening. But we need to cross to Presh at the news desk for one final update.
Britney Spears has been granted extended visitation rights following a low-key court hearing in Los Angeles this morning. K-Fed's lawyer said the extension is in recognition of progress Britney has made. Snaps for Britney. A Chicago man has proved his love for beer is eternal after his coffin was custom-made to replicate his favourite can of beer. The 67-year-old says the coffin will double as an esky filled with ice and beer until needed. Cheers to you. An Indian man is planning to take to the air by hanging from a helicopter suspended by only his ponytail. The pledge comes after he pulled the Darjeeling toy train by his hair yesterday. Next month he's hoping to abseil with his pubic hair. A new BBC TV show will ask workers to go to the office naked. The show will gauge people's perceptions on nudity, and after a 3-week process will ask them to come into the firm Starkers for Naked Friday. Back to you guys at the couch.
Naked Friday, huh? Maybe we can ask our producers about Naked Wednesdays.
No thanks, I'll pass.
Well, thanks for joining us on another episode of The Breakfast Club.
Thanks to everyone who's contributed this week, and join us again next week when we bring you another tasty episode of The Breakfast Club. Cheers, guys.